first one rather is the game Elsie.
Elsie.
This is from Night Shift Games. I'm gonna play the audio here. Already the music's on point, but this is a gameplay demo.
So currently looking Contra AF, which is fine. Oh,
with this like, I don't know, 90s, almost like Sonic kind of like color scheme or badassery.
My only concern is with the main character contrasts very much from the foreground, like the environment, but the background he kind of blends in. Same with the enemies, which is a concern. But it's super pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's old school as shit. Looks fun.
Yeah,
this music,
right? The
slaps.
music is dope. I love the platforming with the shooting mechanics. Like it's really fluid with how you're moving around. Those power moves, like you just slam the floor.
Yeah, that looks satisfying.
Ooh, we got that Mega Man blast.
Yeah. Like some of the slowdown in there, just.
I like that cool like warp effect going on too.
That's interesting that you could dash past that guy. So you're upgrading. Is this something you do every level? Yeah, I'd be curious.
I'm really tied to this genre, but I feel like there's so many great games in this genre. Like all of them have to kind of step it up with every release, or to become different or relevant. It's like there's a lot of some kind of arms race where they're all trying to kind of step each other up and learn from the last one.
This looks cool.
Yeah.
I think the action, despite some of the background confusion, I think largely the action looks extremely clear.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling a lot of times when you get hit, it's going to be your fault. I'm kind of curious about this. So selecting
weapon.
Some of this almost gives me shit. What is the name?
It's a newer game or older game.
It's probably like 3 or 4 years old. There was this Mega Man like roguelite. I want to say like something Project X or not that generic, but it was something X. And yeah, somebody made Mega Man, but it was like every level is procedurally generated. The bosses actually get harder the further in the game, and this kind of gives me some of those vibes a little bit with the way you're upgrading.
Yeah.
And some of the general difficulty. It reminds me a lot of that.
This one might be procedurally generated as well. I feel like I remember.
Wondering. Just the upgrades give me that vibe.
Yeah.
Mega Booth, smart. Up there. That's cool.
Yeah, right.
All right, next one. LAZR, and I love the spelling.
Actually, so
Skipping LAZR from Top Hat Studios.
please only talk like
Studios.
Yeah, LAZR from Top Hat Studios. Garrett Campsey. Here's a trailer on their Steam page. It's another one where the music is exactly on point.
I mean, that menu select was dope as shit. Reminds me of like a neo retro Yoshi's Island. Yeah, I hate the video player on Steam.
Is that just? I was wondering if that's me or that's.
No.
Whoa.
So you're climbing up a rope. I always have issues with it.
So this is that. Oh geez, I'm gonna let this load a little bit here.
It's not gonna make it work any better.
Okay. I watched it fine before you got here. I don't know what the deal is with this, but
too much porn.
Yeah, I don't like to close the windows. I like to keep the porn going, just so
you want to know what's there when you get done.
Yeah.
Like an old friend.
So at least the beginning of this. Yeah, you mentioned a weird Yoshi's Island, like a Neo something Yoshi's Island. So the cloth physics are nuts to me.
Right.
With the fire going on, it looks like it's really burning in real time.
I bet it is.
In the smoke effects, like it's really dope, and then eventually gets crazy where there's a lot of shooting and just crazy action going on. But oh god, this is infuriating me.
Clothformer though, it's pretty.
Yeah, so that's the tagline with the title. It's a LAZR, a Clothformer. Yeah, you're shooting. Man,
just give up. Yeah, just give up. Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
You can pet a cat.
Pet a cat. And then, he threw a ball. I thought he stomped on the cat for a second. Like, the fuck? I like the vibe. Right.
The movement, again, is like on point.
Yeah.
The shooting. That cloth stuff. I could just climb around the cloth all day.
Right. I worry about trying to fight against those enemies. It seemed like a lot of guys just pouring bullets down. Like, how are you gonna not get hurt too bad? But yeah, it looks fun.
It's got a 2020 release.
He's got the emo haircut going on with the bangs down and the pink hair.
If he's wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt at the same time, dude, you got to sell there.
Monty, you married an emo girl? Your art supply costs would be through the roof. CyberHook.
Here's the last one. This one is really fucking dope. Yeah.
Looks like a student prototype.
Well, let's see.
You gotta stop watching these fucking Steam trailers, dude.
Well, that's the page that I pulled up.
Doing yourself in.
That's where the gameplay was, though, because some of these don't have like legit trailers. Okay, CyberHook does. Okay, here's the.
Well, I think they had to host these trailers on YouTube. I believe.
So CyberHook is the game that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
It looks nuts.
Okay.
It's like a Matrix Fever Dream 80s thing going on.
I like the finger gun. Finger gun's pretty good.
I see this and I desire, it'd be cool in VR, but this would not be good in VR, right? Where you just because emotion is key to
well,
this.
I'd throw up.
Right.
I bet this is fun as hell.
It looks really dope.
Nice.
It looks like you're slowing down time to kind of make sense of it. That makes sense.
I love the left hand. The left hand is very expressive. Like, it's doing finger motions and like neat little things. Yeah, it's probably gonna be fun as hell. Yeah, I think my only complaint is like art-wise, it's almost a little too simple, and it definitely gives me student project vibes. But yeah, that looks fun as shit.
I mean, this is the theme though. Like they're going for this like 80s kind of poster, come to life kind of stuff.
I want to see people speedrun that.
Okay. So this game is Slopecrashers. This is from developer Byte Parrot, and I just want to get your take on it. Once again, the music's on point. So it's a snowboarding, skateboarding kind of like downhill slope thing, but you're animals.
Kind of reminds me of Snowboard Kids, which I would love to make a comeback. It even has the presence out on the course like Snowboard Kids did.
I like the little little parachute you can use. You're a penguin. You're a chicken.
It's got non-snowy environments like Snowboard Kids. Like this, this is Snowboard Kids, and I'm on board with it because that game is great.
I remember playing like a lot of SSX Tricky, like 1080 snowboarding or just Tony Hawk. Like, I'm on board. This looks fucking awesome.
There was a great game that I don't think very many people ever played. There was an SSX game that came out for...
It's like the reboot one that was recent?
It came out for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh.
And you controlled it with the nunchuck with the stick, but you also had a little bit of motion control.
Okay.
With the nunchuck, and that combination
it wasn't terrible?
Was so perfect.
Wow.
It felt much more like you were snowboarding. It was much more it was both intuitive, it felt very natural, and it just felt good.
I feel like the way to pair those is subtle. Like, if you can just slightly maneuver, but if it's only like that, then it gets off the rails. But that's a good idea.
It's kind of like how people like with you're a squid now, you're a kid now. What was that game called?
Squid Kid Fighters.
Squid Quinats.
Squid Quinats. Yeah, Ink Dabble. What's
is what they're called in Squidward.
Squid Ink.
Anyway, that game, there was that whole you have your stick to aim, but you can still do a little bit of motion controls, and people really like that.
Oh, okay.
I even did that in I think Killzone 1 or 2 with a sniper, and you could just get that last little.
With the controller itself?
Yeah, it felt really good. So
that's dope. So some games to watch coming up in the next year or so.